Malamig man o mainit ang panahon, ramen is one of our go-to dishes when we are craving for Japanese cuisine. At kapag ito ang nakahain, talagang napapalaban sa kainan kahit ang mga kapuso foodies natin. Una na dyan sina Bruce Rowland at Luis Ontiveros na satisfied ang cravings at protein goals sa Kyushu Ramen.
Bro, balita ko kakatapos mo na ng training. Alam mo, dahil dyan, ako bahala sa'yo dito kasi kailangan natin ng protein, di ba? At akin tong Aka tsaka Kuro. Itong dalawa sa'yo.
Sa akin naman yung Laksa and this is the Chanpon. Yung spice level naman niya, I think it's just enough. It's quite creamy kasi merong coconut milk daw na mixed sa soup niya and it's very savory.
So ito guys, medyo uminit na dito kasi napaka-anghang ng pagkain na to. Pero nagugustuhan ko.
Now, what we're trying is the Chanpon ramen. Hindi siya maanghang at all. And if you're like Bruce na hindi masyado pang nagtatry or hindi mahilig sa ramen but you're willing to try, I think this one is a good starter for your taste buds.
Alam nyo guys, Kuro means black. And bakit black? Diba? Because here in the Kuro Ramen, they use black sesame paste. Ito, tikman natin guys. Now, baka mag-ramen ako twice a week dahil dito.
Nabitin ba kayo, food explorers? Don't worry because our hunt for the best ramen continues. Dahil mamaya,
Sure, ako na. Sige.
ramen served in a sizzling dish ang iahain sa atin. Farm, events place, dining space. Dahil sa kakaiba nitong charm at accessible amenities, talaga namang gaganahan kang tuklasin at bisitahin ang lihim ng kubli. Bukod dyan, maaari ka ring maki-interact sa ilan nilang livestock.
Ito kasi mga, hindi naman sila yung specific breeds ng tupa na magpo-produce ng maraming gatas. So hindi siya practical na gamitin as pang-milk talaga.
Dahil sa aking masayang experience sa kanilang farm, hahandugan ko sila ngayong gabi ng 2 dishes na pwede naming pagsaluhan.
Pag sinabi natin putsero, automatic may isip natin pula. Tomato-based. Yung pinaka... Siguro yung nai-imagine nating magiging itsura niya at the end. But sa paglilibot nga natin dito sa lihim ng kubli, nakakita tayo ng magagandang kalabasa. So naisip ko lang na ba't hindi magkaroon ng ibang take sa traditional classic favorite na putsero na imbes na pula or tomato based, gawin nating yellow or pumpkin based. Nagawa tayo? Putserong dilaw. Uunahin muna natin yung pinaka-garnish natin. So we have a pan, lagyan lang natin ng oil. Isa dun sa mga garnish natin, yung ating carrots, imbis na ilaga natin or pakuluan, ipa-fry lang natin para lang mas mag-caramelize yung asukal na meron siya or yung sugar at maiba lang din yung itsura ng presentation. So habang niluluto natin yung carrots, yung isa pang madali mong i-associate sa putsero, saging na saba. Yung ating sibuyas. So ito yung ating kalabasa. Yan yung parang pinaka magiging base nung sauce or sarsa ng ating putsero. Prepare lang din natin yung ating bell pepper. So ready na yung ating garnish, bell pepper, saba, yung ating carrots, tsaka yung sibuyas. Ngayon doon naman tayo sa pinaka-base. Gagamitin natin yung ating kalabasa. And syempre, yung protein natin, yung ating baboy. Tapos yung ating sibuyas, tsaka bawang. Para lang din mas ma-enhance yung pagkadilaw ng ating putsero, lagay tayo ng turmeric powder. Paminta, of course. Then season na natin ng toyo. Asin. At brown sugar. Pag naamoy na natin yung bango ng ating mga pinanggisa, pwede na natin lagyan ng stock. Pakukulan natin to hanggang lumambot. Magre-reduce lang din ng kaunti yan. And then mamaya, pwede na nating i-mash yung pinaka-base or yung pinaka-sauce natin for our putsero. Check lang natin. Kita natin yung karne. Lambot na. Pero yung pinaka-importante nga, kaya siya naging putserong dilaw, yung ating kalabasa. Malambot na malambot na. Mash lang natin yan. So parang in a way, para kang may pumpkin soup na may garnish na tipak-tipak ng baboy.
Sa labas pa lang ng cafe na to, aakalain mong nasa South Korea ka na. At dito sa latest hangout spot ng Pinoy Foodie sa Quezon City, inalam ni Jelly Bea and Richard Kwan kung bakit nga ba trending ang kanilang Korean-inspired dishes and desserts.
Welcome to the Egyo Cafe. So the Egyo Cafe is supposed to represent our brand, bring the experience of Seoul here in Quezon City. Here we like to feature art. So this one features the art of construction.
Okay.
So this is a skylight that represents where we started. So we started during the pandemic. It only means that we could be walls apart but always under the same sky. So we feature local artists as well. So for this one, the mugs that we actually have are made by artisans in CDO. So, and then also our furniture, right there we have a centerpiece made by Sir Randy Quaresma from Guagua, Pampanga. The pride of our cafe, the Columbus Award, we won the 2024 Best Cafe. So the founder of Columbus is kind of like Michelin of the coffee world. The founder, he's South Korean, and he's also the founder of Centone, the one that regulates scent. You know Pantone, parang for colors.
Okay.
Centone is for scents. It's really big in the coffee world. And they awarded us the Best Cafe 2024 Columbus Award.
Congrats.
Because of our... Kamsahamnida!
Hello, Miss Colleen.
So here is our spam and sausage dosirak, served in the traditional dosirak that you will see in Seoul. So traditionally, they would break the egg into bite-sized pieces.
Bite size.
Yes.
May pa-shake-shake pa
So
bago
we shake
kayo.
it first.
I remember you mentioned violently.
Yes, violently.
Tapos i-ganyan daw para
Yes, yes.
bumagsak yung
One big tap.
Tama, tama.
Sorry!
Alright.
Yan. Tada!
Smells good.
First bite.
So, kumusta? First Korean dish mo.
Halata naman po siguro, Sir Gop, sa pagkain ko. Hindi nyo na po
Oo,
ako makausap
exactly.
kakakain ko.
Din-enjoy mo siya?
So here we have the Malagos Mocha Bonbon.
Thank you.
Our Biscoff latte. A delicacy that we're trying to bring here from Seoul is the sweet goguma latte. Goguma means sweet potato. And we use actual Japanese sweet potatoes for this drink.
Okay. Oh, interesting yun.
Thank you. Yes. And then we call the mug Goguma mug. Because it looks like a potato.
Okay.
Try natin to.
Enoki mushroom fries. Right. Sa mga mahilig sa fries, healthier choice. So, punta na kayo dito sa Egyo. Healthier
naman
choice.
natin to,
Tapos
ate.
mas masarap pa sa fries para sa akin. Okay na yung snacks to ah. Diba?
Sweet siya, pero hindi mo mapagkakamalang, guguma.
Sarap siya, no? Ubusin ko na. Masarap siya talaga. Masarap dito ah. Seryoso ah. Okay, ano?
Sirain na natin yung artwork nila.
Ang aking
Haluin
Biscoff
lang muna.
latte. Creamy, tasty, at I'm sure magugustuhan ng maraming tao.
Pero hindi po mawala talaga sa panlasa
Ito pa rin ako.
ko. Ito
Best
talaga,
drink.
guguma drink.
Ng 2025.
So here we have the kimchi arancini. So it's a kimchi risotto and cheese mozzarella ball. The rib eye with kimchi fried rice and gochujang butter. And of course, our bestseller, the mandu caramele with gochujang marinara.
I wonder kung gaano kahirap yung preparasyon nito, no?
Handmade daw po kasi
Kaya
yun,
nga.
Sir Gov.
So here we have, of course, our cakes. It's what built our building. We're best known for our desserts, and that's really how the brand started. The brand core was to send love with egg yolk cakes. So that's how you love people. And how I will send love to farm to table is through our decorated cakes.
Wow.
And then I will ask for your help for our last drink. So this is the Blizzard Brulee. Miss Jelly, please put the cheese foam on top. First, sir, what sugar? Just torch the brown sugar.
There. Food Explorers, please watch and support My Ilong Girl Monday hanggang Thursday, 9:35 p.m. Starring
Jillian Ward and Michael Sager. Ako naman po si Jellybe Isarena, aka Daisy. Thank you!
You sure? Ako na?
Luhang ramen dito sa Farm to Table. Pero sa newest discovery ni Jelly and Richard, ang traditional ramen, hinahain ng may hot and steamy twist.
Our family really likes ramen and other noodle dishes, but we also like to talk a lot when we're eating. So it tends to get cold, and then my parents thought, okay, why not let's have it in a sizzling bowl so it retains its heat longer. We've been serving sizzling ramen since 2018. And so far, the customers and guests have been enjoying the experience naman of pouring the soup while it bubbles in the bowl, and kids tend to like it as well. So that's always a good family fun thing to do. Our ramen is inspired by New York style ramen. So it's tori paitan style, which means it's made with chicken broth, and it's served in a sizzling hot plate. So the flavors of the broth condense, and then they mature into a different smoky flavor.
Hello, Food Explorers! Excited na ako! Alam niyo kung bakit? Darating ng ating sizzling tomato seafood ramen. And syempre, kasama natin si Sir Richard, a.k.a. Sir Gov ng My Ilonggo Girl.
Hello, Ma'am Jelly.
Hello po, Sir Gov!
Nice to be with you here.
For today's video kasi
Excited
parang
na.
tayo Japan eh, no?
Okay.
Seafood ramen.
Next.
Extra soup, and then the sun timer. Once na matapos po yung sun timer natin, pwede na po natin isalin yung extra soup to avoid overflow.
Uy! Tapos na!
Okay, there you go. Sige. You sure? Ako na?
Opo.
Sige. Yeah. There you go. Nangingibabaw yung lasya ng shrimp.
Tsaka ang laki po.
Masulit. Yeah.
Careful na lang po tayo sa bowl, mainit po.
Cheesy curry beef.
Parang ayoko pong galawin. Bakit
Bakit
ganyan
po?
yung presentation?
Oo man.
Oh, masisira na yung tsura niya, sir.
Chicken Manila. Gyoza. Ako naman isa sa favorite ko sa Japanese yung gyoza. Kasi convenient kainin, di ba?
Kung i-rate niyo po, out of 10.
Let me check. Yung gyoza, masarap siya. Again, puno ng siksik ng laman. Then, ito namang curry. So, hindi lang sa amoy, no? Pati sa lasa. Malasa mo talaga yung curry.
Original chicken karage.
Chicken karage.
Sizzling carbonara udon.
Ito lang. First
Ngayon
time.
lang po ako nakaano ng carbonara.
Hindi namang sizzling.
Yung wala pong ano, ang alam ko lang po kasing carbonara, yung may sauce na white.
Tsaka first time na may Japanese restaurant na may carbonara. Interesting thickness ng no?
Lasang ano, carbonara na typical.
Okay.
Tapos, ang nag-ano doon sa kanya, yung may, ano ko yun, parang may, gawa nung sinisling siya. May aftertaste. Parang,
Aftertaste, mas na-note yung lasa. Tapos gusto ko yung pagka-chewy niya, no?
Isa lang masasabi ko pag kumain kayo dito, babalikan!
Reggie.
Sa pag-ikot natin, napansin ko lang yung mga tinatanim nila dito, like sakurab, which is a native scallions. First time ko to na-encounter nung napunta ako sa Quiapo. And then, na-introduce sa akin ang palapa. So, sa Southern Philippines, lalong-lalo na doon sa bandang Mindanao, yung Maranao cuisine is mostly using yung tinatawag nga nating palapa. So yung palapa natin, pwede ko siyang ma-compare sa sambal. Kadalasan ito minimix with grilled tuna, chicken, beef, actually any protein. Pero yun nga, there's a certain process ng paggawa nila dito. And traditionally, gumagamit sila ng almeres. So pag sinabi nating palapa, pinaka-main ingredient talaga dyan is yung ating sakurab. Na nagbigay sa akin ng idea, since may nakita rin akong pag-alagala nilang manok, na gumawa ng isang traditional Maranao dish na piyaparan. Gagawa tayo ng piyaparan na manok. So yung ating sakurab, ito para siyang leeks, para siyang spring onions, pero mas flat. So parang more on chives yung itsura ng leaves niya. Pero ito kasi yung tinatawag nating sibuyas na Tagalog. So may bulb ito kumpara doon sa spring onions na puro stem lang. And based dun sa mga Muslim na nakausap ko din, this is endemic sa Pilipinas. So ready na yung ating sakurab. Another component ng ating palapa is ginger. But this time, since available din dito sa farm, nagamit din tayo ng galanggal. Galanggal compared sa ginger, same with sakurab, mas subtle yung flavor nito. Ito yung third key component, spice. Kailangan yan may angas. So depende na lang sa preference ninyo. Kung mas marami, sakto lang. So since ready na yung ating parang paste, tabi lang natin. Now for our chicken, meron tayo dong free range na nakita kanina. Ito yung maganda kapag nagpo-process ka ng free-range na chicken. Nakita mo yung taba. So let's set that aside. Pagbamantikain natin yan mamaya. Isa pa dun sa siguro must-haves when you're doing piyaparan is yung ating luyang dilaw or turmeric. Then yung ating onions. Oil sa pan. Siguro mga 2 tablespoons lang. Kasi nga, gagamitin natin yung mantika or taba ng ating manok. Maganda na yung browning na nangyayari dun sa ating pan. So yung ating kamatis, sibuyas, at luyang dilaw. Lagyan na rin natin yung ating palapa. Isa sa mga characteristics ng piyaparan na kinopya ko doon sa isang dish na sinuserve ko sa aking restaurant ngayon, yung paggamit nila nung grated coconut. And pag sinabi nating piyaparan, it has to be cooked in coconut cream. Yan natin ng kaunti. We're gonna add siguro yung remaining natin pagpaluto na yung ating chicken and some chicken stock. Season lang natin ng fish sauce. And pepper. Since we are using a free-range chicken, ito lalambot siguro mga 45 minutes to an hour. You might need to replenish yung chicken stock once in a while para hindi siya masunog or mag-dry out masyado. But after that, pwede na tayo mag-serve. Pucherong dilaw. So, na-achieve naman natin yung iba yung sweetness ng carrots kapag na-intensify yung sugar, no?
Tsaka hindi yung, ano ba, yung mushy na yung, ano na, yung carrots masyado.
Pang baby na. The dishes that we normally do here, may application na rin ng modern technique. Medyo dinideconstruct lang din ng kaunti yung ibang elements. Pag titingnan mo siya, hindi naman siya puchero, but you have the elements of saba, you have the carrots, yung starch natin, which is the squash or pumpkin, ginawa nating sauce. So yun po yung mga minimal tweaks doon sa technique na kadalasan one-pot dish lang yun. Ano po normally yung ino-offer ninyong food? Farm to table din po ba yung?
Ganun din. Actually, yung mga produce products na nandito, livestock, yun din yung ginagamit namin din talaga. Yung tinola na ino-offer, yun, manok din talaga ng farm yun. Kadalasan pag order tinola, sinasuggest namin doon sa guest, order in advance kasi yung freshly slaughtered pa yung manok. So hindi frozen talaga.
Yeah.